MCQs on Industrial Policy and Implementation. Topic 1. Introduction to Industrial Policy. What is the main aim of industrial policy in India? The options are A. Promote agriculture. B. Regulate trade. C. Guide industrial development. D. Control foreign exchange. The correct answer is C. Guide industrial development. Explanation: Industrial policy outlines the government's strategy to regulate and promote industries. Memory tip: policy is equal to path for industry. Industrial policy is announced by A. SABI, B. RBI, C. Ministry of Finance, D. Government of India. The correct answer is D. Government of India. Explanation: Industrial policy is a central policy formulated by the Indian government. Memory tip: only the government plans for the nation's industry. Which of the following is not an objective of industrial policy? A. Balanced regional development. B. Monopoly creation. C. Employment generation. D. Export promotion. The correct answer is B. Monopoly creation. Explanation: Industrial policy discourages monopolies and promotes competition. Memory tip: policy breaks monopoly, doesn't make it. Industrial policy helps in A. Price fixing. B. Controlling gold imports. C. Attracting industrial investment. D. Reducing literacy. The correct answer is C. Attracting industrial investment. Explanation: Industrial policy provides a framework and incentives for industries to grow. Memory tip: policy pulls investors in. Which sector is primarily affected by industrial policy? A. Primary. B. Secondary. C. Tertiary. D. Quaternary. The correct answer is B. Secondary. Explanation: Industrial policy targets manufacturing and production, which fall under the secondary sector. Memory tip: industry is equal to manufacturing is equal to secondary. Topic 2. Industrial Policy Resolution 1948. The Industrial Policy Resolution 1948 laid the foundation for A. Private monopolies. B. Planned industrial development. C. Foreign domination. D. Only service sector growth. The correct answer is B. Planned industrial development. Explanation: it marked the beginning of state-led planned industrial growth. Memory tip: 1948 is equal to foundation stone of planning. Which sectors were reserved for the public sector in IPR 1948? A. 3 categories. B. 6 categories. C. 10 categories. D. No reservation. The correct answer is A. 3 categories. Explanation: it reserved arms, atomic energy, and railway transport for the public sector. Memory tip: public got 3 pies in 1948. IPR 1948 emphasized the role of A. Private monopoly. B. Free market. C. State regulation and planning. D. International agencies. The correct answer is C. State regulation and planning. Explanation: it introduced state control for key industries. Memory tip: 1948 is equal to government plans the economy. The Industrial Policy Resolution 1948 was influenced by A. Gandhian philosophy. B. Nehru's vision of socialism. C. Foreign investors. D. Market liberalization. The correct answer is B. Nehru's vision of socialism. Explanation: Nehru aimed for a mixed economy with socialist principles. Memory tip: Nehru's 1948 dream is equal to social planning. The key objective of IPR 1948 was A. Consumer welfare. B. Decentralization of industries. C. Establishment of social order through state control. D. Full privatization. The correct answer is C. Establishment of social order through state control. Explanation: It aimed for growth with state involvement. Memory tip: 1948 is equal to socialism via state. Topic 3. Industrial Policy Resolution 1956. The IPR 1956 is also known as A. Gandhian Model. B. Nehru-Mahalanobis Model. C. Mixed Economy Model. D. Green Revolution Model. The correct answer is B. Nehru-Mahalanobis Model. Explanation: The policy reflected the second five-year plan. Memory tip: 1956 is equal to Nehru plus Math, Mahalanobis. The IPR 1956 categorized industries into A. 2 sectors. B. 3 schedules. C. 4 divisions. D. 5 groups. The correct answer is B. 3 schedules. Explanation: Schedule A. Public. B. Joint. C. Private. Memory tip: ABC of industries. IPR 1956 gave priority to which sector? A. Agriculture. B. Services. C. Heavy industries. D. Small scale. The correct answer is C. Heavy industries. Explanation: Focus was on core, capital-intensive industries. Memory tip: 1956 is equal to heavy metal years. Industrial licensing became prominent under A. IPR 1948. B. IPR 1956. C. IPR 1977. D. IPR 1991. The correct answer is B. IPR 1956. Explanation: It introduced the License Raj era. Memory tip: 1956 is equal to start of license games. IPR 1956 promoted A. Capitalist model. B. Rural backwardness. C. Mixed economy. D. Full privatization. The correct answer is C. Mixed economy. Explanation: Combined state and private ownership. Memory tip: Mix of public and private is equal to 1956. Topic 4. Industrial Policy Statement 1977 and 1980. The Industrial Policy Statement 1977 emphasized. The options are A. Heavy industries. B. Private sector. C. Small-scale industries, SSI. D. Foreign direct investment. The correct answer is C. Small-scale industries, SSI. Explanation: The Junta government's 1977 policy promoted SSIs for employment and decentralization. Memory tip: 1977 is equal to small is big. The 1977 policy discouraged A. Village industries. B. SSI reservations. C. Large private monopolies. D. Handicrafts. The correct answer is C. Large private monopolies. Explanation: the policy aimed to reduce concentration of economic power. Memory tip: Janta versus Monopoly. The Industrial Policy 1980 aimed to A. Restrict technology imports. B. Reverse the 1977 policy. C. Nationalize all banks. D. Remove small industries. The correct answer is B. Reverse the 1977 policy. Explanation: the Congress government reshifted focus to large and core industries. Memory tip: 1980 is equal to comeback of big industry. Industrial policy of 1980 introduced A. Export subsidies. B. MRTP relaxation. C. Technology upgradation focus. D. Import bans. The correct answer is C. Technology upgradation focus. Explanation: emphasis was placed on modernizing industries with updated technology. Memory tip: 1980 is equal to upgrade game begins. The IPR 1980 encouraged A. Reduced role of public sector. B. Increased private sector role in core industries. C. Ignoring technology. D. Downsizing public enterprises. The correct answer is B. Increased private sector role in core industries. Explanation: it reduced public sector dominance and invited private capital. Memory tip: 1980 is equal to opening doors to private giants. Topic 5. Industrial Policy of 1991 LPG reforms. The 1991 industrial policy is mainly associated with A. Nationalization. B. Green Revolution. C. LPG model. D. Foreign withdrawal. The correct answer is C. LPG model. Explanation: it introduced liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Memory tip: 1991 is equal to open economy. The license Raj was abolished under A. IPR 1948. B. IPR 1956. C. IPR 1991. D. IPR 1977. The correct answer is C. IPR 1991. Explanation: most industrial licenses were removed except for strategic areas. Memory tip: 1991 is equal to license-free India. Industrial Policy 1991 aimed to reduce the role of A. Private sector. B. Technology. C. Public sector. D. MNCs. The correct answer is C. Public sector. Explanation: the number of industries reserved for the public sector was drastically cut. Memory tip: PSUs shrink post-1991. The term disinvestment refers to A. Tax cuts. B. Reduction in government shareholding. C. Bank deposits. D. Export incentives. The correct answer is B. Reduction in government shareholding. Explanation: disinvestment means selling shares of public sector units to private parties. Memory tip: disinvestment is equal to divestment of control. Which ministry introduced the 1991 policy? A. Ministry of Agriculture. B. Ministry of Commerce. C. Ministry of Industry. D. Planning Commission. The correct answer is C. Ministry of Industry. Explanation: the policy was introduced under Narsim Rao's government, with Manmohan Singh as finance minister. Memory tip: Industry Ministry is equal to industrial policy. The 1991 policy encouraged A. Public ownership. B. Import bans. C. Private sector participation. D. Reduction in exports. The correct answer is C. Private sector participation. Explanation: the policy opened many sectors to private investment. Memory tip: private in, license out. Which institution's pressure influenced 1991 reforms? A. WTO. B. IMF. C. WHO. D. UNCTAD. The correct answer is B. IMF. Explanation: India took loans from IMF and World Bank and had to liberalize the economy. Memory tip: IMF is equal to India must free economy. Globalization under 1991 policy meant: A. Isolation from world markets. B. More imports, less exports. C. Integration with the global economy. D. Closure of foreign firms. The correct answer is C. Integration with the global economy. Explanation: it promoted trade, FDI, and MNC entry. Memory tip: globalization is equal to go global. The 1991 reforms reduced the number of reserved industries from A. 17 to 8. B. 15 to 4. C. 18 to 6. D. 17 to 6. The correct answer is D. 17 to 6. Explanation: only atomic energy, railways, and defense remained reserved. Memory tip: 1991 is equal to public shrinks to 6. FDI limit in many sectors post-1991 was A. 26%. B. 49%. C. 51%. D. 100%. The correct answer is D. 100%. Explanation: sectors like telecom, manufacturing allowed up to 100% FDI. Memory tip: foreigners welcomed fully. MRTP Act was amended in 1991 to remove A. SSI reservation. B. Asset threshold for companies. C. All competition laws. D. Entry of private firms. The correct answer is B. Asset threshold for companies. Explanation: big firms no longer required government approval for expansion. Memory tip: MRTP relaxed is equal to monopoly OK. Privatization under 1991 reforms meant A. Free healthcare. B. Increase in taxes. C. Selling government enterprises. D. Only licensing foreign companies. The correct answer is C. Selling government enterprises. Explanation: PSUs were privatized for efficiency and to reduce fiscal burden. Memory tip: private buyout of PSU is equal to privatization. The BIP, Bureau of Industrial Policy, was created for A. Environmental management. B. Policy monitoring and implementation. C. Labor reform. D. Tax audits. The correct answer is B. Policy monitoring and implementation. Explanation: BIP ensured reforms were carried out. Memory tip: BIP is equal to business implementation point. Which of the following was not liberalized in 1991? A. Licensing. B. FDI. C. Exports. D. Minimum wages. The correct answer is D. Minimum wages. Explanation: labor reforms were slow, wages are still regulated. Memory tip: labor is equal to last to liberalize. 1991 policy was a response to A. Political reforms. B. Economic crisis. C. Military threat. D. Social unrest. The correct answer is B. Economic crisis. Explanation: high inflation, low reserves, and fiscal deficit lead to urgent reforms. Memory tip: 1991 is equal to crisis change. Topic 6. Objectives and features of industrial policy. One key objective of industrial policy is. The options are A. Profit maximization. B. Promoting regional balance. C. Import substitution. D. Political stability. The correct answer is B. Promoting regional balance. Explanation: industrial policy promotes equitable industrial development across states. Memory tip: balance is equal to Bharat develops equally. Industrial policies aim to reduce A. Public employment. B. Concentration of wealth. C. Tax revenues. D. Technological innovation. The correct answer is B. Concentration of wealth. Explanation: policies discourage monopolies and promote competition. Memory tip: break big, build balance. An important feature of Indian industrial policies is A. Complete privatization. B. Government's guiding role. C. Fully free market. D. Ignoring social objectives. The correct answer is B. Government's guiding role. Explanation: policies have always had a strong regulatory role. Memory tip: India's industry is equal to government plus market mix. Industrial policies promote A. Corruption. B. Social justice and employment. C. Red tape. D. Industrial strikes. The correct answer is B. Social justice and employment. Explanation: the policies target economic equity and job creation. Memory tip: policy is equal to progress with purpose. Industrial policy supports backward areas by A. Increasing taxes. B. Ignoring infrastructure. C. Providing subsidies and incentives. D. Reducing power supply. The correct answer is C. Providing subsidies and incentives. Explanation: tax holidays, capital subsidies attract industries to backward regions. Memory tip: support is equal to subsidy. Topic 7. Implementation mechanism. Industrial policy is implemented through A. Parliament only. B. Budget sessions. C. Administrative framework and policy tools. D. Judiciary. The correct answer is C. Administrative framework and policy tools. Explanation: ministries, departments, and schemes implement the policy. Memory tip: policy plans practice. The body responsible for promoting investments in India is A. FICCI. B. RBI. C. PIT. D. SABI. The correct answer is C. PIT. Explanation: the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIT, handles industry policy. Memory tip: DPIT is equal to development plus investment. One of the tools of industrial policy is A. Supreme Court rulings. B. Industrial licensing and deregulation. C. Political campaigning. D. Railway fare revision. The correct answer is B. industrial licensing and deregulation. Explanation: policy decides which industries need licenses and who can invest. Memory tip: policy tool is equal to license rule. Which government body approves large FDI proposals? A. RBI. B. SBI. C. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, CCEA. D. Election Commission. The correct answer is C. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, CCEA. Explanation: CCEA approves investments over a certain financial threshold. Memory tip: big FDI is equal to big committee. MSME development is supported under industrial policy via A. Tax evasion. B. Export duties. C. Skill and credit support schemes. D. Censorship rules. The correct answer is C. Skill and credit support schemes. Explanation: schemes like Mudra, Credit Guarantee, and Startup India aid MSMEs. Memory tip: micro units is equal to major support. Topic 8. Recent trends and policy reforms. Make in India is primarily focused on. The options are A. Importing more goods. B. Exporting raw materials. C. Boosting domestic manufacturing. D. Privatizing education. The correct answer is C. Boosting domestic manufacturing. Explanation: it aims to make India a global manufacturing hub. Memory tip: make is equal to manufacture. The Production-Linked Incentive (PLI) scheme was launched to A. Penalize loss-making PSUs. B. Promote service industries. C. Encourage domestic production through incentives. D. Increase import duties. The correct answer is C. Encourage domestic production through incentives. Explanation: PLI offers incentives for meeting production targets. Memory tip: produce more is equal to earn more. Startup India focuses on A. Taxing entrepreneurs. B. Shutting down SMEs. C. Supporting innovation and ease of doing business. D. Increasing licensing norms. The correct answer is C. Supporting innovation and ease of doing business. Explanation: it promotes entrepreneurship with simplified regulations. Memory tip: startup is equal to support for new minds. Digital India indirectly supports industry by A. Reducing internet. B. Improving tech access and digital infrastructure. C. Closing IT companies. D. Limiting online services. The correct answer is B. Improving tech access and digital infrastructure. Explanation: better digital infra boosts e-commerce and industrial efficiency. Memory tip: digital boost is equal to business zoom. The focus of recent industrial policies is on A. Trade isolation. B. Self-reliance and global competitiveness. C. Higher red tape. D. Overdependence on imports. The correct answer is B. Self-reliance and global competitiveness. Explanation: policies now focus on Aatmanirbhar Bharat and global quality standards. Memory tip: self-reliant India is equal to smart industry India.